Hey guys! Welcome back to Let's Play Grandia 3. Last time we got a whole bunch of stuff because we got access to our new airplane again. This time we're back from the Dragon Valley right away because there's a new detective case to solve with Otto, and I should have already turned on fast forward because that would make my life a lot easier. Alright, so in order to do this one, I believe you have to do it before finishing up the events at Dragon Valley. So you come back here, talk to this lady, learn about a missing cat. Let's see, might have run off with, okay. Oh, he's playing detective, so he's looking for her. I'll tell you right now, if you want to, you can go all the way to the other side. And sad to say, you can talk to the butcher to learn a little more, but let's just be done with things. This old guy, the one that we recommended that he, start doing detective stuff, yeah, he's become the assistant. What are you doing? This is the same guy who was a mailman for years and decided to retire. So now he's so bored that he's playing detective with a little kid. As strange as that sounds. Man running down the southern street holding a cat. Only saw his back. Seemed pretty sure it was a man. That's all we know. Alright, tell me about the incident. Cat named Minerva disappeared. She's, yeah, blah blah blah. Who's the employer? Would be the old lady. Might want to talk to her. Well, I already know who did it, so I might as well just go straight for that. Alright. Well, as I said, it's the butcher. And he wants to make cat paw sausages. Oh my. What creepy dark stuff has this game done to me? Oh my! To get his sausage to have a texture just like that of cat paws, he had to have a cat. So he's not cutting up the cat, he's having the cat step on the meat. I'm not reading that. This game is ridiculous and I have a dirty mind. But then again, so do all of you, because you probably didn't laugh at that. Anyway, yeah, he got this special knife or whatever, and blah, 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 blah. To be honest, I've gone through a lot of them, and this is pretty much what I did in my test, where it's like, oh, we learned a bit about this, and we learned a bit about that, and by the time we were doing this one, I was so done with these stupid little quests that I just, look at the walkthrough, press option 3, 1, and then 2, and then call it a day. Anyway, for doing this, we acquired the heel egg. Heel egg, worthwhile picking up. Speaking of eggs, since we also picked up the volcano eggs from last time, we want to make a pit stop here at the magic shop, because there's something that we can extract from those volcano eggs. And since we have an easy access to a whole bunch of them, here's the heel egg, by the way. I would not recommend breaking that one down because that's a really good one to give to Alfina. But the volcano eggs, which are still pretty good, unlocks the Hellburner ability for us. Hellburner, as you can see, is single targeting, but it's far more powerful than anything else we have right now. So I'm going to extract 4 of those, so I have some decently powerful magic, and then I'm going to go back to Savitar off screen, stock up on 4 more, and then we can... Then I will meet you over at the Dragon Valley, since that's where our next destination is anyway. And 1 more. But yeah, you don't need to see any more of my fumbling around. I'm going to sell the extra burn strikes at the store because I already had plenty of those, and set up some of those hell burners on my characters, and do all that I said I'd do, and meet you in Dragon Valley. And we're back, and just so you know, I have made a couple of changes. I gave you the volcano egg to work with the spells that I gave you. namely Hellburner and Boom. So you can do those not only faster, but more powerful. You got the Heal Egg because you have every type of spell on you. And unfortunately, Ulf doesn't get much of anything, but he's not very good with magic to begin with, so yeah. I would recommend wind elemental attacks around here. They seem to be powerful against flying type enemies, so just kind of be aware of that. There will be a few of them around here. It's also entirely possible and likely that I miss an item around here and have to go back for it, or wander around in circles trying to find it, because this area is somewhat confusing, so bear with me a little bit. I don't have most of the areas in this game memorized as I do with, you know, games that I've played a little more often, but at least I have a guide open beside me, which should help me through matters, and I have only recently finished my test run, so it's not that far away. Now these guys dive in a weird way, so chances are you're not going to be able to hit them to get a surprise attack, but you should be able to at least, you know, not be kind of screwed over by getting a back attack as long as you just stay still. Unfortunately, I was not smart enough to do that. They're not too strong, those ones. Also, when I was coming back off screen, I think I learned like something else for that and for that or something like that. And oh yes, we learned Shadow Warrior. Wanted to go over this. Shadow Warrior. Give your shadow physical form. Mimics your every move, doubling criticals and combos. This is both better and not better than Yuki's Flash, but it works in a similar manner, and I will be going over it in due time. I have Beast Hunter on. Why do I have Beast Hunter on? I should have Lizard Hunter on in this area. The birds are technically beasts, so we do more damage to them. If I haven't mentioned it, you can tell by the portrait. That's a beast portrait, and then the lizard-looking one is a lizard portrait. We have these guys. They can cast poison. Having poison immunity in this area would probably be a good idea, and I should probably switch my stuff to show that. But for now, we'll just go big wheel and finish these guys off all in one go. I don't want to be poisoned. But yeah, simple enough. The enemies around here are annoying with poison, but they're not too strong. And now I can use everybody else's attacks to finish off the next couple of battles. Let's make some changes here. Let's give you the Mithril Ring, protect against poison there. And I think I have another poison thing here. Poison Amulet, there we go. I might have been able to buy another poison amulet, but nah, don't need that. Guess it'll give me more damage for now. Alright, let's head up over here and get the first treasure chest. This one is a rain egg. Did I already have one of those? Yeah, level 2 water. Okay, that's fine. I'll come back and maybe fight the birds off screen. Maybe. I don't know. Alright, what do we got up here? Oh, these guys. Yeah, there's more lizard enemies than there are beast enemies, so you probably want Beast Hunter, or Lizard Hunter, sorry, to take care of them. Poison does exactly what you think it does. It hits and deals, I think it just inflicts poison. I don't think it does any poison damage directly. But, no, you don't get to do that. I got excess SP I need to blow on beating up bad guys here. Let's see. We want to block Thunder Breath. I think that is a chance to inflict paralysis. But I'm not 100% sure on that. Gotta love that. Love having perception on for characters. They just randomly dodge everything. There we go. A little bit of distraction there. There we go.
Bring 'em on.
Easy enough. Alright. I am already lost.
I've got it.
Okay, I guess I won't cut this out. There we go, we got it, the last one. Ultimate method for aerial slash. Alright, I cleared out a number of the enemies around here, re-familiarized myself with the immediate area, and switched Lizard Hunter on instead of, can I take a look at my skills? Yeah, instead of Beast Hunter. These are my skills, by the way, just in case anyone was wondering. If you have to take one of Perception or Counter off because you don't have enough skill levels, I would recommend taking Counter off because Perception really is the better skill, especially considering it only costs 1. It's just so cheap and so easy. There we go, get another Mana Egg there, Quake Egg, that's level 1 egg. Make sure, unless you already know what you're doing or you have something particular in mind, don't extract a lot of spells from eggs unless you have a way of getting more of said egg or you have something particular in mind that you want to do. I don't think I can get on there yet, can I? Gotta go up here first. Push that guy over. Okay, I think you're gonna need a little bit of help for that, buddy. I don't think there's any way you push that by yourself. By the way, treasure chest in the screen there. They do a pretty good job of hiding that slightly. Uh-oh. So that unlocks one path, but I believe it blocks us off from the other? Yeah, so it blocks us all out from that part of the path, at least for the moment. And we go over here and we gotta fight these guys. I'll show another fight with these guys since we didn't really get to show them much last time. But Thunder Dragons, they do Thunder Breath, they do a decent amount of damage. Having everybody warping around makes it a lot easier to access. Yeah, that can inflict paralysis. It's a fan type attack, so yeah, chances are you're going to get hit a decent amount if you're not using skills in this fight. These guys are probably... see, I would guess they would be susceptible to fire, maybe? Let's take a look at Hellburner anyway. Target that one. And you got all of them.
Come on. Waves of
Hellburner.
hell will burn you to ashes.
Yeah, with level 3 boosting, even with Yuki stat, which isn't the highest, it does a lot of damage. Picking up Hellburner makes a number of things relatively easy if you want to do that. But that's entirely up to you. And seriously, you're going to target me with one of these guys? Yeah, but we warp so we can get close right away. And finish the guy off before he has a chance to do anything. Yeah, it's really nice being able to warp around the field. It just saves so much time and make it so much easier to set up a lot of your abilities so that you can actually cancel a bunch of the enemies. Make sure I'm not going the wrong way here. Okay, finished off that battle. So let's just head back down this direction over here. Dodge you for the moment. I'll take care of you later. And we can get that chest here. Dating magic pumps. And we do have access to going back. So make sure, just so you know, you're not blocked off. You just head around down there. There's no real need to go back right now. Wow, you're right in the camera, buddy. Anyway, speaking of magic pumps, I forgot to go over this. Because I like the magical or the mysterious clogs for Alfina right now, since I'm doing a lot of physical attacking with her, I didn't really go over the fact that the glass slippers, yeah, 15 initiative. They are really, really good. These were the ones that we got in Saboteur, back where the ship originally was, where you really have no reason to go back to at this point when you go back with Yuki or with Ulf. But going back leads you to a very nice piece of equipment. When I'm not using her for as many physical attacks as I am right now, then it will probably be a better choice. Like anytime we get into a boss fight, I'll definitely want the glass slippers on. Pretty much anytime, you know, that she's going to be doing spell casting instead of physical attacks, you'll definitely want those. Very nice piece of equipment to have. And I'm already turned myself around. I have no idea what I'm doing. Absolutely none. You can always just throw one of those out if you're worried you're missing something or think you're lost. I'll fight the birds later. We want to go over this way first. Some treasure over here. What do we got here? Seeds. Can't go wrong with more seeds. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them there. Alright, I just finished off 3 or 4 more enemy groups while I was off screen there. Also note that I have used all heal once since I got in here. Yeah, it's not the most difficult area in the game. Yeah. And those enemies there, the flying birds, they do a lot of mating call. And they can finally start to bring in more than one bit of help at a time. They can, I think, I've seen up to 2 so far. They might be able to do more. I've seen up to 3 from other types of abilities. But if you want other ways of dealing with the enemies, you know, you could use fire, or you could use wind. But for the most part, you don't really need to use a lot of spells.
Hey, were they even
because normal attacks work just fine, and at least right now the enemies just aren't powerful enough to really do all that much to you, so you don't really need to worry about it. Can I get the book? Thank you, Warrior's Book. Now, what do we have here? Body skills. Eh, do I want that on you? No, I don't think I do. Well, at least it's another book for later. I don't particularly want it right now, but, okay. Where's the button? There we go. Alright, now we're at the Windy Path. To be honest, this part of the area kind of reminds me a little bit of Star Ocean 3 and the enemy... Hello. And the enemies that are the Bar Mountains for some reason. Maybe just due to the wind and the association with a mountain path. But let's try for that. No? Man, I was hoping I'd learn a secret method there. It's the main reason why I use any text unless I want to cancel somebody. Let's go for Flash, too.
I feel the power.
No? Don't learn anything. And you can go to Stun. We have Lycanthropy here. New enemy.
Of course.
Yay! We learned something.
Sorry,
That's good.
this might hurt.
I was hoping to show more of these on screen, but most of it's happened during my little mini bits of grinding. So this is how Ulf's ability works here. Well, you didn't really see that, but he has a shadow that will attack with him at the same time. I'll have him attack here, just so you can kind of see it. So yeah, there were 2 attacks that happened at the same time. Him and his shadow attacking at the same time. They do about the same amount of damage. There's no real difference when it comes to the damage there. But what you will notice is that he's able to do that while criticaling as well, which allows him to almost immediately knock the enemy into the air and back down again, since he's hitting him again right away. And he can do, at least I believe that's how it works, he can do an aerial combo all by himself. Okay, I'll show that off just because it's a little bit different there. One of the things that Ulf does with an aerial combo is when he hits the enemy, he knocks them to the ground. So if he is the first in on an aerial combo and you want to use, say, Alfina afterward, you won't be able to. You have to use Alfina first and then Ulf second, because he'll always end an aerial combo. There we go, finish off the rest of those guys, easy enough. Just wanted to at least show that on screen before we go too much further. Now, when you get around here, you'll notice that we have some enemies over there. I'm actually going to heal before going to fight these guys, because it's actually one of the few difficult battles around here. The other thing I would do, well, what I wanted to do, was I wanted to hit the stupid thing, but it wouldn't let me because of very annoying game. Alright, so they play the boss music here, and it's kind of a boss. They got 1,000 HP and a Thunder Dragon with quite a bit of HP, and there are 2 of them. The way I would recommend dealing with this fight is set up Flash and set up Shadow Warrior and have them beat the crap out of it. This is actually a really good opportunity to demonstrate Shadow Warrior, because when 2 enemies are combined, and I believe I've already talked about this,
You can't tell which one is me.
your ability to knock the enemies into the air will apply to kind of both of them. So if, say, I knock the Thunder Dragon into the air and then I target the Knight on top, I'll be able to deal damage to him as well, or I'll be able to do an aerial combo on him as well. Let's see, we want to set up Flash.
I feel the power.
And then Alfina can do Holy Circle. Holy Circle is another one of those abilities that knocks the enemies into the air. So it's also really good as a combo ability. Juggled. Awesome. You don't want them to be using Thunder Breath. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to hit them that way. Let's target the dragon here.
Let me at him.
See, there's his combo again, but we actually kind of hit both in this case. It's rather a unique situation. That's fine. She has protection against that status. But yeah, nice being able to juggle them. It knocks them in the air, allows you to... let's see here. I was hoping Alfina would knock him into the air again. Once you kill the dragon, they become simple lycanthropies again, easy enough to take out. But I want her to target over here, because there we go. Knock him into the air. Pretty much all of Ulf's attacks when he's attacking both at the same time like that will knock him into the air. The reason why Alfina got a little bit of MP back from that attack is she was hit with magic. She's got an ability called Absorb Magic on, and that allows you to do that. Let's see here. Let's target the dragon. And let's target the dragon again there. See how many times he hits in his aerial combo will also increase based on at least Flash, but maybe Berserk as well. If you have the Berserker ability that I was talking about before, which I will be unlocking once we go back there, then you'll still be able to make use of that. Very useful. Let's see here. Knock the dragon into the air. Yeah, this can be a difficult fight, but if you come at it with the right strategy, it's not so bad. There we go. There we go.
Bring him on.
Not too bad of an example, but if you're not prepared and you're not healed ahead of time, it can be slightly difficult. So there's that. I was hoping that would blow him up. What I'm going to do here, because I don't... Well, Ulf's going first. I was going to say I don't really want to, but he gets to do Force Wave. Anytime I get a chance to use Force Wave, I'm happy because it's such a good ability. And setting up for it is relatively easy. There we go. Already did a whole whack ton of damage. They use the gravity ability. I don't think we have access to that in this game, unlike in Grandia 2. Oh, yeah.
Let me at him.
Gotta like that. And let's finish him off real quick. Easy enough. There we go. And you're now a weak guy, unfortunately, is going to get off his Howl Slash, which they can do, by the way. But I'm not particularly worried about that.
Enough is enough.
There we go.
All right, we did it.
Now, if you're in range of this, you'll get knocked down just like the enemies would, and then you walk around dazed and confused, and they get a sneak attack on you, just like you would get a sneak attack on them. I'm not particularly worried about that, just because it's not that much to worry about, especially when I have Force Wave. Force Wave is really good if you ever get back attacked. It's just the go-to thing. Just hope that Ulf goes first. He has the highest default initiative, so you also can't properly control your character when you get hit by that. Also, what do we have here? A treasure trove containing an Ockweg, dragon armor, a flare egg, and a stone egg. Those are all basic eggs. I think the quake egg we got earlier isn't exactly a basic egg. It's probably level 2 earth elemental. But anyway, I know we're already running a bit long. I'll fight all those birds on my own time. Are those different? Or are those background doodads? Okay, after taking care of one of those other guys, I got a rare wind egg drop. I still haven't really looked at my drop table just because most of the items we can get at this point just aren't really all that great. There's a frost egg. I'm guessing that's semi-decent. Let's take a look at some of these eggs that we've been getting here. Frost egg we already had. Quake egg was level 2 to earth. But yeah, any wind egg, aqua egg, stone egg, flare egg. Those are the basic level ones when we get them. We'll want to hold on to them for later, but don't go extracting spells out of them. That's not a good idea. On those dragon riders, if you kill the knight first, the dragon becomes just, you know, a dragon as they are before the thunder dragons, and they have a lot less HP that way, and they're easy enough to take care of. I was gonna say I'm not gonna fight these guys, but okay, we'll show these. Why not? Got a whole bunch of SP back after that little bit, but yeah. Anytime you see the icon of their target being a beast type enemy, that means they're going to target themselves and do mating call. So 2, that one's going to do a normal attack. 3 out of the 4 are going to do mating call. So if we go and guard through these aren't the best ones to guard and gain a whole bunch of SP from, but you notice there we got 2 more of the enemies to show up. And this time we got 1. You'll notice on the IP gauge how many will show up. They'll appear from the act there. So we only got 1 that time. So yeah, you can get a huge amount of enemies in the fight all at once. What are we down to? HG? Yeah, crazy amounts. When they start doing stuff like that, basically, it's one of the reasons why I have Tremor. You could also use normal attacks and take forever to fight them back.
Mighty Tremor, arise from the depths!
But something like Tremor, that's the symbol there. There wasn't a symbol associated with it, but they changed what the damage numbers look like to show that they're strong against that type of an element. But if we use everyone, including Alfina, we can take them all down anyway. But yeah, worthwhile fighting them with normal attacks too. Just means you get more hits off and level things up a little bit more. But that's pretty much all the time we have for today. Next time, we'll continue through the rest of the path here and head up and see if we can meet up with the Dragon King Drac. That's all for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.